Hello! Did you know that there were 3 different styles and stages of crinoline dress? The word crinoline comes from the Latin word crino or crinis for hair. And as horsehair was woven with linen, that comes from the Latin word of linum, which gave us the word crinoline, the horsehair underskirt. Now before the crinoline, this 1830s style of gorgeous dress was all the fashion. William IV was on the English throne, and his beautiful wife Adelaide of Saxe-Meiningen was a fashion icon with lovely ballet style shoes, the large melon sleeve short dresses, and the elaborate Apollo knot hairstyle. But the Victorians, in all their modesty, because that's how Queen Victoria wanted it, changed the shape of fashion by lowering the skirt line and highing the neckline. However, our ladies still wanted to appear very attractive, so the waistline was still very stiffly corseted. And to give the appearance of even smaller waist, lots of underskirts were added to pad out the skirt part. By 1847, the skirts were all now made of this stiff horsehair linen, and so that made the skirts pad out even more. Sometimes there was added sort of a whalebone structure, and this gave us the first style of crinoline called the bell crinoline. Now, like everything in fashion, the size of your skirt started to reflect your wealth and status, and women were competing with their skirt size. However, these large, thick, heavy skirts were starting to become cumbersome and limiting. In about 1856, a light, airy crinoline cage was invented, and women who didn't have to work could make their skirts now larger and wider but lighter, and so the second stage crinoline was developed, and this was called the dome crinoline. Eventually, women were starting to get involved in accidents due to their skirts, like catching fire on the hearth or getting caught in carriages. There were dreadful accidents on the road. So in around 1865, a smaller, flatter fronted cage was developed, and this was called the crinolette. You can see the front is more flattened, and so it gave more movement and freedom. And so this now gives us the third stage of crinoline, which was called the elliptical crinoline, because it was sort of an oval shape at the bottom. Now, look at this shape of crinoline. It was flatter at the front, and the more prominence was on the rear. And this gives us the transitional stage running up to the 1870s, which was now going to be the next shape of fashion for ladies, which was, of course, the bustle dress. And I have a previous video which tells you all about the bustle dress, and there was actually 4 stages of different style of bustle dress. I hope you've enjoyed another historical fashion story. If you have, do join me again next time. Bye!